Warning. The following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, we are live. Welcome to Broken, episode 9. We're here. So we're definitely not all like freaked out about losing journal pages or anything like that. There's nothing crazy going on. So don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm just vibing.
Yeah, we're all just having a good time. Welcome. So I hope you guys all had a great week. Do we remember what happened last session?
Lots of stuff.
So many things.
Lots of stuff happened. So you guys went into the you went into the secret Enki hideout place, right? You fought a robot.
Fought a giant thing.
We
fought a giant robot, and
Yeah, I took its
its whole arm.
Yeah.
His entire arm.
Saya was there trying to get us to go down the hole while they were busy dismantling the poor robot guy.
Weapons
I
are
went down
important.
the hole. I went down the hole, and essentially it was confirmed that Saya's father was down in said hole. By the time I got down there, he was bleeding pretty severely. The Asapu were kind of surrounding the place, but not engaging. Just kind of watching me.
Yeah.
I was able to at least stop some of the bleeding. To get it to slow down at least, so that way we could get him up and out and to an actual healer or a medic. So yeah, his life was saved.
Yes, you saved his life. You also got, like, I think you organized to get the rest of the payment of fungus from some of the other clan heads.
Yes, we got the good ending.
Yeah, you guys got the good ending.
We pinned everything on the Enki Covenant because those guys, and yeah.
Yeah. And you guys had organized, like, I think the other clans were gonna send a team down there to like get the stuffs, right? Like they're gonna get the stuffs. And the Asapu like stayed behind, if I recall. They were like
they were gonna try to work together with the Asapu.
Yeah.
The Asapu saw like a large light at the end of the tunnel, and they all started following it.
Yeah, and then you guys headed back to Point Mariya to get your payment, right? I think you're owed 600 credits, or was it 100 each?
I think so.
This might have been 100 each.
Yeah, it was 100 each.
They gave you 100 each.
Because we got the first 100.
Yeah,
now we
100.
get the second half.
Yeah.
Because you already had us add it to our thing.
Okay,
right.
So you guys have already got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then I guess that's where we can pick up with you guys back in Point Mariya. So let me see here. I got a new screen for us for Point Mariya here, I think. Okay.
And Dank, you already have your the special.
Yeah, I've got the hand.
Cassidy's gonna like try hold out her hand and be like, "May I look at it?"
I'll hand it over.
She's gonna like look it over and like you know how like people who have like never handled a gun, how they like turn it over and kind of like
Before
like
I
a
hand it
3D
over, I'm
gyro.
gonna do like a really annoying thing. Like gesture to the engravings on it and be like, engravings. They give you every tactical advantage. And then I hand you the
She does like the very nerdy like completely like looks it over kind of thing.
Okay.
Do you know how to take it apart?
Yeah, what are you trying to do by looking it over?
She is trying to figure out how it works. Because she does remember Dank talking about not having any ammo for it, so she's trying to figure out how it works.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm thankful.
So that way she can figure out how to. She wants to try to see if maybe she can make ammo for it.
Yeah. All right.
Like
Make it.
I, as an Earth human, understands that it's not as easy as like just like casting a piece of metal and everything, but she doesn't understand that. So
Well, I mean, if you're a machinist, like
You would probably know about bullets.
yeah,
I mean, just casing, tip, powder.
right, but I understand from the way he's described the death spitter ammo versus like our ammo are two very different things, and so I don't think Cassidy has really been around gun ammo,
That's
so I
fair.
don't think she would understand the differences between them without until she actually sees a piece of ammo for it, kind of thing.
Right.
Like she understands that there probably is a difference because he's complained about not having ammo, but until she can actually see a bullet, she won't completely understand how difficult it's going to be.
okay. Do you want to make a roll?
Sure. What kind of
Well, if you're like inspecting the, I suppose like things like engineering could apply here. Let me know what you got.
I've got mechanics and engineering.
I think both could apply.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're fair. Like just taking a look at it, how the parts move when you pull the slide back, for example. Maybe you're even able to like see how you would take it apart, put it back together. I mean, there's pretty simple stuff in there. Maybe like a spring. I don't know. I've never taken apart this kind of before. Mine's like a simple barrel. Like there's like two parts when you take it apart. So you're able to figure all that stuff out relatively well. Anything you would like to know? I mean, it's a savvy success. I would say anything you'd like to learn about how to take apart put it back together, how it's made, how it functions as a machine, simple machine. You can know.
Right. She is definitely fascinated by it. She's definitely gotten like size and the deadliness of it understood. But until she can get a hold of the bullets, her fascination is not sated. But she does hand it back to Dank.
Okay.
Dank takes it, kind of tucks it into his waistband because I don't have a holster yet.
All right. So we see on the screen here, this would be like the moment you guys arrived back to Point Mariya. The Leapers run off to join other Leapers running around the area. You guys make your way in.
Aw, Rudolph ran away.
Yeah, you guys made it back. Do you guys approach Shalim relatively quickly, get your payment?
That would be the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can do that.
Let him know about the Enki base that we found and all that good stuff. How stuff went down with the Asapu.
Yeah. Yeah, he says he's heard over radio from some of the Karam clans about what their plan is to go down in there. He's advised them they have a Waywatcher AI. and he's advised them to use that to keep communication, because basically they can use it as like a sort of transmitter to be able to broadcast from in there, so if something goes wrong they can get a message out, kind of thing. They can also use it like scout ahead. But he's like, yeah, I've understood. I've told them to play it safe just in case, because we don't know that it's completely cleared out down there. Could still be some hazards. Sounds like they're going in deeper than where you guys went. So like where the Asapu were headed, probably.
Right.
And he says, yeah, he'll keep you guys with updates if he gets any. And he pays you your credits. And he says, well, we might need to expect an attack from Covenant, or they might just start pulling people in the night. The good news is it sounds like we're going to get our taxes to the Arku paid on time.
Well, glad to hear it. I'll give us all some breathing room.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he pauses for a moment and he says, well, Enki's worse.
Any way we can convince the Arku to send reinforcements to keep us a bit more well secured down here?
He shakes his head. No, you don't understand me, son. Enki, they are the Arku. What they say goes. If they,
Well, shit.
It doesn't matter if we paid our taxes. They can pull everyone from that outpost. They have the authority to do so. If we've angered them, if they've got our number, if they know we're here, and likely they have reason to suspect where the closest gatherment of people is to this lab of theirs.
How easy would it be to pick up and move?
It would look awful suspicious if a whole outpost just disappeared, though.
It's true, but I mean, looking suspicious versus being black-bagged in the middle of the night, I think I'd rather look suspicious.
We could head for Nataku, I suppose. But we'll have to go by that outpost. Stands between us and there.
How long do you think it would take them to respond to what we've done already?
There's no telling with Enki.
Sounds like we better get a move on then.
Is that the plan then, to move all these people?
I mean, do we really have another choice given the situation?
Can we get through with that tech that we took?
Well, I mean, if we fight back, they'll just send more. There's more of them. They're better equipped, better funded. I'd say it'd be time to cut and run.
You've got to play it smart with them. You got to outsmart them.
I mean, if we want to take that arm, I need time to tear it apart.
That's true. I mean, that'll be at least one boon out of the scenario.
I need at least a day.
All right.
Fair enough.
Take your day.
But I mean, y'all could use that to gather the people at least.
Yeah, get packed, get ready to
Gather
move.
the food.
I'll put word out. Tell folks to start packing up. And it's going to be a long walk to Nataku, but hopefully we can
At
find
least we got the leapers.
He nods. There'll be some stuff that gets left behind.
Maybe
Might
down the
be
line we
collecting
can come
people.
back for it.
Right.
As long as we don't leave people behind. Stuff can be replaced.
Lives can't.
He sighs. Well, it's a long trip to Nitaku. It's likely not all of us are going to make it.
Probably all wouldn't make it here either, though.
He nods again. Better
It'd
odds.
probably be
than-
even more dangerous just to stay here.
Acceptable losses.
Cassidy's gonna lean over to Naela and whisper, "What's the gravity like over there? Is it just as bad?"
The Kabadoo.
Easier.
You talking about Nitaku?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much just as bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least it's not worse.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you never know with this place. At least it's not worse. Yeah.
Space Australia.
Yeah, Shalim says there is a place in Itaku, we call it the Tower of Merrick. Sort of refuge of sorts for vagabonds. They'll be able to put you guys up, at least for the time being. The rest of us...
What about the rest of the people?
Well, we're going to have to scrounge up credits and rent, or an inn, or we're looking at refugee camp situation.
Maybe
Now,
we could see about refugee camp for now. Save up enough credits, buy a plot of land.
there's not much land to go around in Itaku, I think you'll find, but
Outskirts are always an option.
the good news is that it's the biggest settlement in the Umbra, the biggest vault, and the friendliest to our cause. While there may be Enki reps in the vault, the council in Itaku is more likely to work with us. They don't like the Arku, and they certainly don't like the Enki, from what I understand.
Fair enough.
The more people we have on our side, the better.
Yeah, he nods. All right. Well, hopefully this doesn't lead to war with the Arku or something like that.
Well, as long as we're still paying taxes, I don't think they're going to have too much issues with all this.
Any idea on how we plan by getting by that outpost? Are we just walking? Are we trying to sneak through?
I think expediency would be our best bet here. Because they already know we've been through there. And there's been others that have been going down and in there and deeper.
What's our excuse gonna be?
Didn't know it was theirs. I mean, have we really found anything besides the robot that indicates that is truly an Enki base?
Well, I mean, what's our excuse gonna be for abandoning this out for this area? For mass exodus of people. We gotta have some kind of excuse that they're gonna bite.
Shalim says, "Yeah, they're gonna be mad when they see all their farmers leaving."
Oh, what was that?
The shadow.
Shadow, yeah. What if we say that it was killing a bunch of people?
But technically it was. There were a lot of folks dead and missing.
Suppose it's worth a shot. Any of you particularly convincing?
I can be.
Stares at Derrin.
Right.
Cassidy's gonna look at Shalim. Can we get a hold of anything red? A pigment?
I don't think they're going to fall for fake blood. There were plenty of corpses back at that camp.
I was about to say we could always use the real thing.
It's dirty work, but it'll be mighty convincing.
True. Might draw out the real shadow too when they come to investigate.
At this point, it seems like the shadow is more a myth perpetuating the cover up of that facility. But they don't know that we
Definitely
know
seemed
that.
like it.
At least I'm betting on that they don't know that we know that.
Let's hope that that's what it is.
A lot of those city types are quick to underestimate county people, farmers and whatnot.
Yeah, I hope so. Enki has a way of knowing things they shouldn't.
Yeah, it's true. Well, as long as they don't corner anybody one-on-one, I'd say we've got a fair chance at this.
Strength in numbers.
Mm.
And if they're just pulling people at random, likelihood is they'll get somebody they won't be interested in much.
Right.
He gestures at like the back of his head. Like points at the back of his head.
Naela looks increasingly uncomfortable.
He says, all right, take your day. I'll start putting the word out. I'll let you know if we get any updates.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, he nods. We see like
I believe so.
Udaya walking around somewhere in the background, checking in with somebody, and he's like, he walks off toward her, update her on the situation.
What's Ernest's reaction listening to all of this?
Let's see. He's angry, I think.
Ooh.
But he's keeping it. He's not like out of control. He's keeping it under control, but he's definitely mad. As soon as like people are talking about Enki, he's almost like instinctively angry. Like he knows he doesn't like
Oh.
Enki.
I was about to be like, at us?
Yeah, I think
You
the
feel
last.
kind of bad though.
What's that?
Our actions are essentially uprooting this entire community.
Yeah, but it sounds like it was going to happen no matter what.
That's true. They would have eventually got him anyway, like they did the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Silenced that entire outpost by murdering everyone.
Ernest
Especially
says,
the people who went and plundered it.
Ernest says, well, we don't have to uproot the community. We can stand and fight, or we turn ourselves in.
I don't think either of those are very realistic options.
Well, if we turn ourselves in, we'd save everybody else, but we're as good as dead at that point.
He looks at Naela and he says, you're not doing that. The rest of them don't care.
I'm responsible for them. I can't allow them to do that.
Fair enough.
We don't really have enough armaments to stand and fight. Unless you know where a weapons cache is.
Well, they'll likely send a small team first.
And then it'll escalate from there. I've seen these kind of conflicts.
Yep.
They send out a scouting expedition, determine our numbers, our strengths, our weaknesses, and then they launch a full force assault.
You Cut off one head and 2 more grow in its place.
Out of character. Do they have creatures like that here?
Hydra, right?
They don't have creatures like that in the real world either.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they've got all kinds of weird, fantastical things.
I'm not actually
Fantastical
sure.
beasts and where to find them.
I'm not actually sure. I know there's. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, probably like the Dreadlander thing. It's got a head. It's an amorphous blob. You cut the head off, it'll probably grow 2 more out of spite.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, that would be dope.
The nightmare.
That would be.
Yeah.
So
mean,
fair enough. The analogy still sits well.
Sure, yeah. I could just make a creature if there's not. I'll just
Let's
make it.
not.
We'll call it the Techno Hydra.
Got to find a really big
God.
rock.
Actually, we do have a creature IRL that does it. It's just a microorganism.
Oh, okay.
And it actually is called a Hydra,
Right on.
named after the mythological creature.
Cool.
All right.
So, do you guys want to see the? Should we take a look at the world map again, so you guys can kind of get an idea of the layout of things?
Yeah, just see how many
Yeah.
lapses it'd take us to get to Nataku.
All right. So here's the Umbra. This is one of the maps. This is the Umbra section of the world. So you guys started, if I recall, you started here, right? And then you made your
think so.
way. I think this is Point Mariya. Do you guys remember
Yeah.
how long it took? Was the walk?
Took a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a full lapse.
It was about 4 hours.
All right.
And then to go to the farmlands, that took, I want to say, about 6 hours.
I think it was
Like-
And that was with the Leapers.
Yeah, that was with the Leapers.
I think it was 3. So like the farmlands is
Right, it was 6
is-
there and back.
The farmlands is sort of like this whole area, right? Like kind of all along this main hallway here that leads back through here. From this is
Mhm.
like the outpost that we need to sneak by. We have to go by it to get to Nataku essentially, because the hallway leads along there. I mean, I guess we don't have to. If we can find a way to get off into these hallways and work our way around through the underside of Myrna, but that's all flooded. And so it's like you're talking
Either
about
that or you sneak through it, but even at that, with that large of a group, it probably wouldn't be doable.
It'd be
Yeah,
a
That's why I was
Well,
saying we
slaughterhouse
just like
instead of
blitzkrieg
mermaids.
through.
we're talking like at least 100 people. So
The mermaids would slaughter them if it.
yeah, you're just feeding mermaids because we know they're here, and like the water is all along this area, like this hidden waterways dealio. So let me just freehand draw some stuff for you guys. So like all of this area is water basically, like out here, the flooded countries up to Nataku. Nataku is a flooded city. It's a city that floats on the water. So like all this space on the left side of the screen is like all water, all this stuff, all this junk. Right? And these little circles, let me pull out a different color. I'm going to erase this stuff eventually, but these little circles, like in this area, these are vaults, okay? So like areas where it's open. Now some of them could be flooded, it just kind of depends. The vaults are like these large open areas where people can kind of live. They typically have like power lines and oxygen lines and stuff like that. Nataku itself is just a really big vault. Big enough for like a city.
Interesting to try to unflood some of the vaults.
I mean, you could try. The issue with like the reason the region is flooded is because there's water dripping down from above Nataku, and like they have a special generator that catches the water, and that's how it generates power. Is like it's like a big water wheel,
Hydroelectric dam kind of thing.
yeah. And over time, that water is just kept dripping, and eventually it's like filled up everything. That's why it's all flooded. And so like this is as far down as the world goes. So like if we're gonna like the only place to vent the water is like in the ocean, which is basically that water that we're seeing on the left side of the screen. So it's just gonna raise the wall
As
up.
far as they're aware of.
Yeah. There could be like pump systems in some of these old vaults that you can maybe like pump them out. But you know, flood other areas. So like that's the thing. Now let me pick green. So like you could definitely just like go down this hallway, and then it kind of jettisons and corners around, and eventually it leads to that outpost. You make your way through. You basically got a straight shot to Nataku, essentially.
Which way's the core? I can't find it.
The core is not on this screen. This is the Umbra only, and the core is in the Antumbra. If you guys want to see,
Okay.
we can look at the. I got another map for you guys that shows the whole world.
I bet you it's probably that big one that leads out though.
So the Umbra is on the left side of this screen. You guys can all see this, right?
Yeah.
So the Umbra is on the left side. It's turned at a different angle now.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
right,
see how there was that one that came out?
yeah, the right
That big
side
passage.
is the Antumbra. That's where the core is. So like Asher, I think, is closest to the actual core. Now, like if you go into the core, you're gonna die from heat and radiation. But yeah, these are the places closest to the core. I think Asher is the big one that's like right on top of it. Yeah. So you're kind of a long way from that area. You got a lot of traveling to do. Right? Like the long lapse way.
Right.
The Taurus is a giant, humongous hallway wind tunnel, basically. It's where like most of the oxygen comes from. It's where it's generated kind of as this immense hallway that's so big that they can fly ships through it. Like they have these like sail boats that they can ride the wind currents with because the wind is so strong there. Just to give you perspective, we're talking like many days of travel to get all the way to the core. I think the Taurus is supposed to be like a couple 100 kilometers long.
Dang, yeah.
Dang.
It's big. It's big. But you wouldn't be traveling from like north to south, right? Like you'd be going across the Taurus to one of those
Right.
ascendants, and those ascendants would take you up to where the actual Antumbra is. Because like the way Antumbra works is it's sort of on top of the penumbra. So that's why you have these ascendant lines. And the ascendants are these machines you can get in that they're like elevators, basically. They're like these big old elevators that go up the shaft and they'll take you to the top level, and that's where the core is. Sort of above all this stuff. And you have like things like the pond and the core might be dripping water down into the Umbra, all the way down into the Umbra of the penumbra, right?
Then wouldn't that water be super radioactive?
Well, it's not in the core; it's in the Antumbra.
Oh, okay.
Like the core, the actual core itself is not on the map, because it'd be to the right of Asher, I guess, probably.
Okay.
But there's like special creatures that can live in there. I think like some of the worm things, but there's like nuclear fission going on in the core, basically.
Nice.
So what I'm hearing is we should create a steam engine down here where all this water is abundant.
That's what a lot of people use is like a
Well, I mean,
machine.
the steam would make it so that the water would evaporate, so everything wouldn't be flooded if used enough.
Yeah, but I mean, evaporated water could just collect on the ceiling and then fall back down as rain, right? Like
True.
Or
But
like
in the way that most
run-
steam-powered things work, it just recycles.
Yeah, like condense in the ceiling and maybe it'd be like a sweating glass of water. Like that's what the vault would essentially do. But yeah, I mean, there's things you can try to come up with to kind of help deal with this stuff. At least in a small scale, I think. You know, there's a lot of water, right? Like,
Right.
yeah. Okay. So over the next day, what do you guys want to do? Like, what is the plan here? Are we doing this? Are we moving these people out?
Well,
That
staying
and
and
packing
fighting
stuff.
doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should pack and move out.
I definitely need to tear down that arm, so that way it's not as noticeable,
Yeah. All right.
obvious, however we want to put it.
Are you just trying to take it apart?
Cumbersome.
Well, the cumbersome part doesn't bother me so much, but we need to get it so that way it's not such a big red flag when we try to go through the checkpoint.
I don't know that we're going to be going through. I thought we were just going to try and go around. Yeah, I thought at this point we were kind of already not really on good terms with them at all.
All right. So
Well,
ask
I mean,
again,
there's no
what's-
easy.
What's the plan? Are we going?
The
'cause-
only
Alright.
really easy way to avoid the checkpoint was to go through the flooded areas. So the only way to try to go around it would still be super close to it. So I would still rather take it apart just in case we still get caught by them, kind of thing. So I do have like my electronics, I have my mechanics and engineering. At least.
Yeah,
So would
like,
all those help?
if you're wanting to go off into these areas where I'm putting the yellow line, try to find like a way around. There's some hallways.
Not
That
with
would
how
lead
many
to
people
the
that we have.
waters, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're
Yeah.
gonna go around, you're gonna have to go through the flooded tunnels, and
Yeah, which is
No.
the problem.
it will be.
All that would do is
That's
save
a
the
part of the
mermaid.
reason. That's a part of the reason why
I think that's
Naela
why
and
we were
Dank
saying
were
that
kind
we were
of.
gonna like use the bodies to like say that like the shadow was going on a killing frenzy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the plan.
so we-
have proof, and that Derrin was supposed to sell the lie because he's the most convincing out of all of us.
He's our fast talker. The party politician. I like that.
Yeah, the party politician.
All right, so plan.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
Derrin lies.
basically. But
But we
if we're
make
gonna
it
use
lie
that
convincing.
plan, we can't have a giant ass robot turret machine gun.
Plan Derrin
I don't
lies.
like that part of the plan.
What?
Not having the giant robot turret machine gun.
Well, I'm just saying we can't have it all in one big piece that they see.
Right.
I'm
We'll
just
disassemble it.
right. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, so you're
That's
wanting
what I'm
to
working on right
you're
now.
wanting to disassemble it. All right.
Right.
We need to disassemble the entire robot. Like if there's no bot at the base, maybe
Well,
we
I'm
could
just
just say it
disassembling
fucked
the
off
arm
somewhere
that
else.
we ripped off.
Right. But if they find the bot with the missing arm, they're gonna wonder where the arm went. So we need to take apart the whole bot.
We
But
don't
didn't
have
take
the
the
whole
with
bot.
us.
We're gonna need
Yeah,
to go
we
back
left
and
that
get
back.
Are we going back?
Holy
Time
shit.
for that?
Are we going back to get the bot? Is that
Well,
what
we
we're
got to
doing?
go grab the corpses anyway to sell the lie.
What corpse?
This is also the case.
Corpses at the house?
Yeah, the one that full of
Yeah.
shot up the big pile of dead bodies.
Yeah, it's nearby to the service hatch or whatever that led down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna go load up a sled full of corpses and bring them back so we can dismember and spread them about here. And then, this fucking thing killing all our people. That's why we're running away.
All right. Do you guys still have? Did I give you guys a communicator device?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah.
All right.
Can Naela come with me at least? That way I don't go to that inky place by myself.
Now, how long have you guys been back at Point Mariya before you're like, all right, we need to go get this thing?
I would say it would probably
This
take
would be
us
like
an
right after
hour
we
or
got done
two.
speaking.
Yeah, I would say it would take us probably hour, 2 hours to get all this plan together, get it solid before we head back out.
All right, so you're not buying any equipment that you wanted to get before.
We are going to buy equipment before we head out. That
Okay,
is,
so
that's happening.
You do some shopping. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need armor, we need supplies, we need stealth stuff.
Yeah, I gave you a price for something like a weapon you were looking at. I think before, Dank.
Yeah, I was looking at a death spitter, but I don't think I could afford it.
No, because it was like
It was
400 or
like
500 credits.
Yeah, I think it was like
For a
500.
good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can get a piece
How
of.
much?
I think. You can
Um.
go ahead.
What type of gun would you say Naela and Ernest had?
If I recall, it was an old kind of worn. It was probably a death spitter, but it was like a kind of worn down one. You know, old, seen a lot of use. It would be the same gun that we talked about, a flashback that might happen. It would be the same gun he was using then.
Okay. So would people have bullets for me to buy here, or should I try to have someone make it? I guess is the question.
If you're using a death spitter, you'd be able to find ammunition here. Yeah. They're essentially the ammunition for a death spitter is just wedge-shaped pieces of metal, little sharp bits of metal. Kind of like really small, like I think they're called tchotchka, which are like ninja stars, but really small ones, like the size of the tip of your finger.
The little triangular ones that are sharpened on all sides.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the way that
So they're levels of the Nibiru world.
yeah, they just like really finely welded, particularly shaped pieces of metal. And the way the death spitters typically work is either like a canister of air, like compressed air that fires them out, like the cheap ones are made like that, or they'll use like electromagnetism to like send the projectile out really fast.
Gonna assume that Ernest did not have a cheap one.
That's fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because if he went to the Enki Covenant, I don't think he would have had a shoddy gun to use.
Yeah.
He would have gotten the best available equipment that he could get.
Fair to say. But it's 20 cycles old at least. And it could be a little worn down, but it works. The electromagnet ones will require batteries. Like instead of like changing out the air canister, you'll change out batteries essentially.
Didn't we find some batteries?
You did, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so we have some batteries. So how much would it be for the other things?
You just need ammunition.
I think since we have the batteries.
Yeah. If you got the batteries, you just need ammunition. Fairly cheap, I'd say.
Just sharpened small bits of metal, and that stuff's all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, they have to be certain way and everything.
Particular
but yeah.
shape. Yeah, they have to be kind of
Machined.
Yeah. I'd say. How many rounds do you want? You're gonna have to keep track of your ammunition. So.
Yeah,
Like a
let me.
Box of 60.
Yeah.
Box of 60. We'll say. Okay. We'll say box of 60, 100 credits.
Okay.
Everybody think that's fair?
I mean, if
Yeah,
we were
sounds
to
okay.
compare it to actual ammo versus modern day prices, box of 60 22 LR rounds is about $9.50.
Oh, really? 22 is really cheap.
It is. And this is just metal with nothing else to it, so
10 credits sounds like a steal. To be honest.
make it
Maybe
20
20
just to
then?
be fair.
Make it 20.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do 20 for a box of 60. I'll do 20 credits. That's all right.
Okay.
If you're looking for armor, depending on the piece, if you're wanting like a helmet or like chest armor or what have you.
Given the surgical precision of that Enki team, I'm definitely going to want some kind of helmet.
Okay.
Something that could at least take one shot to the head.
Well, I think the way it works is it gives you a plus to your roll, like for the like when it's used. So like if somebody's
Yeah.
shooting at you, you're wearing armor, you'll get whatever your roll would normally be plus an additional 1. Not a dice, but just like depending on the armor, depending on how good the armor is, but just like a plus number.
Okay.
Okay, so how much would like a +2 helmet cost?
Let's see. I'll sell you one for 80 credits.
Done and done.
And that's a +2 helmet?
Yeah. Now it
What
doesn't get
about a +2 chest shield thing?
chest.
Chest thing.
Yeah. It's great.
I feel like that's a little too expensive. I'll do 150 credits for the chest. The price I'm seeing I'm looking at prices for bulletproof vests to see that compare. And they're like $200, $300.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
But I'll sell you the chest armor for 150 creds. And if you're buying this stuff, just make sure you mark off your credits and you add it to your inventory. On your
You get a
How much
flak
more?
jacket, which would be like a +1 for like 80 credits, though.
You could do that. I'll do that.
80 credits for just a +1?
Yeah.
And then what about a back piece? Would you do a +1 for, I mean, shit.
Well, it's a
Plus
vest, so it'd
80 for that as well, or would it be attached as a full thing?
Yeah,
be
it'd be
like a
front.
vest.
It'd be front and back. It'd be like a vest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could do like maybe leg guards or hand guards, stuff like that if you really wanted to go all out. Just
I'm mainly worried about keeping my chest and back protected.
okay. Yeah, just keep in mind if you're like doubling up on the armor pieces, what I might do is like make you a little
Only affects
slow.
that certain area and would slow you down.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you get like multiple pieces, it might slow you down a little bit. So you might have like a -1 to, I don't know, rolls that require quickness, running, climbing, perhaps. So you're lifting heavier.
Jumping
gear.
over gaps.
Physical activities.
Yeah, physical activities is right.
Zack needs gloves.
Oops.
Yeah, make sure we don't get stabbed.
Can't get a paper cut. That's lethal.
So, like, you guys all have like 200 credits, basically, right?
Yeah.
Before buying stuff. So you guys
Yeah,
all could
should
buy
do.
a piece of chest armor. You could. You could all do that.
I've been talking this whole time.
Zack, oh no! You were muted the whole time, and he was like,
did it
"Why aren't
again.
they talking to me?"
I did it again.
Oh,
Oh no, man. So what's going on, Zack? What have you been trying to tell us this whole time?
Man, I wanted a piece of that armor.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
you
thinking about getting an axe instead of using a fucking oar.
yeah. You can get an axe. You can
That's
get,
it.
you can get whatever kind of makeshift.
Get a
weapons you want.
mallet.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
Yeah. If you pick up an axe, I'll give you like maybe like a plus 2 or plus 3 for let's see here. How much like a tactical axe, like a tomahawk from Call of Duty?
Tomahawk. I'm not trying to go American Psycho.
You can get one for the low price of about $125. It looks like.
You can get a tactical tomahawk throwing hatchet for like $49.95.
do they have any kind of knives?
Cold. Yeah, you're right. There are some that you can get them on for like 4. Okay, I'll do 50 creds for for a plus 2 axe. So not plus 2 dice. Again, you roll your dice, you get an extra plus 2 to whatever you roll. That's the way it works.
How much is the what's it called? Gun. Like plus what?
The gun well, yeah, the gun, like the 500 credit gun. I think
No,
it's
like
The one
Ernest.
that Ernest has.
Oh, that's probably, if I haven't told you anything yet, it's probably a plus 2.
Okay.
Just because the condition it's in, it would be higher, I think.
Chestplate and an axe. I'm good.
Still got 100 credits left. What do I really want?
Plus 2.
He's
Don't
got
have any kind of explosives.
We said it was Death Spitter.
Yeah, that's what the gun's called. Yeah, Death Spitter.
Does he have grenades?
You can put like Death Spitter Mark II or something like that. Grenades.
Are there?
Yeah.
God. Everyone, I hope you have plus 3 against violence.
Shit is about to go down.
Oh goodness. I do not.
If this man does not have grenades, I'm gonna have to do something far more unethical.
Shit.
You could always work with Cassidy to try to build them.
The grenades.
Oh no. Like one really, really fucking cheap improvised grenade type thrown weapon
Okay.
is just a bag
Yeah, you're just looking like a
of
pipe bomb.
powdered glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you breathe that in, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's it. You're dead. Everything in your lungs is evaporated.
I mean, it might not be as effective as like an M67 grenade.
You would be
but-
surprised. A fragmentation grenade, yeah, it's got a lot of power to it. But
I mean-
against a biological target,
Yeah.
powdered glass is just hands down outrageously effective. Like within 2 minutes of breathing this in, you're dying.
All right.
Like that's it. All of your abilities are like outrageously limited. It'll mess somebody up.
Are you ever going to tell Cassidy this in character?
No, I would be saying this out loud right now while talking to the shopkeep. Like, if he doesn't have grenades, I'm getting really unethical.
Yeah, he has some improvised explosive devices for sure. Makeshift pipe bombs, that kind of thing. I'm gonna charge you 100 credits each.
Cassidy
for those.
is like standing like next to Derrin, just like grinning like an effing idiot.
And I'm going off of the price. I'm afraid of the YouTube censors who've been hitting me really hard lately, but I'm going off of the price of an M67 on
Hypothetically.
on the hypothetical
Hypothetical site,
market. On the hypothetical market, we'll put it that way. The cost
Yeah.
that they would be.
All right, so how much for what now?
100 credits for one. And it's mostly like pipe bombs or like whatever. I don't know that they would necessarily have like powder glass, but they might. They might have something like that.
Well, I mean, I could just get some glass, break it up real fine, and put it in the pipe bomb for extra dickishness.
Yeah.
Extra dickishness. Oh god.
The skill for using them would be like throwing. As opposed to,
Physical
like,
activity.
shooting. Physical activities would count for that. And yeah, I mean, unless there's like something that makes it particularly difficult to throw the grenade, then you should be fine. Now
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide like if you should get a plus or anything with them. I mean, they're kind of made to be thrown to some extent. I'd give you a +1 for the roll, for the grenades, and they'll work as far as damage goes. They'll work like a gun. Like if you hit them, there's like a 50-50 chance they just die, basically, just like with a gun.
So now that I've established that this man does have explosives, he surely must have gunpowder.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, he has like.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Yeah. I think he had gunpowder, but you were looking for bullets, and he said that there was a guy in Nataku who could make them or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
So we can say, yeah, he has gunpowder. That's fine.
okay. So I'm gonna need to get gunpowder as well, so that when I get to the guy in Nataku, I can have them make me bullets. I might have to come back for that.
Sure.
They have 100 credits. One pipe bomb's 100 credits. Decisions, and all of them wrong.
Cassidy's gonna like come up like next to Dank and be like, "May I look at one of those real quick before we purchase?" And she's gonna point at the pipe bomb.
This would be in talking to the merchant.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're wanting to get one of the pipe bombs?
She wants to look it over.
Oh, yeah, sure. He'll hand it to you. You wanting to just like see how it's made?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you start like to mess with it, like to take it apart or
Oh,
something.
no. She's just like, no, not like that. Just like turning it over, like, just like the overall scanning.
Okay, sure. You want to make a roll?
Yeah.
You want to be able to make these, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She at least wants to get like a rough idea because, like placement and stuff, because wiring should be overall easy because, she's made like robots and stuff. So as far as programming stuff should be fairly simple.
Ooh.
I am going to spend a influence point and reroll that.
Yeah, reroll that major failure. All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think.
But it's more. But she's more like discussing with Dank, like, "Are you sure this is built correctly?" kind of thing. Like,
I mean,
like more like a more.
I
of
was trying to
you want to make it
discredit
look like,
it.
are you quite
Shoddy.
trying to make it sound like, are you sure this is worth 100 credits kind of thing? Like, not trying to make it sound like the merchant is upselling it too much, but maybe like the merchant almost got ripped off kind of thing is how she's almost trying to make it sound.
Dank would look back
With
and
the way
say
she's
it
putting
depends
it.
on the quality and the content of the gunpowder. Like, if this
Right.
thing can set off a huge boom and it's got some really good powder, maybe it's worth it. If the quality of the gunpowder in this improvised explosive device is subpar, then definitely not.
The guy says, "Look, I know how to make a simple mixture of saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. Okay."
There's more to it than that, I am afraid, my friend. There's so much that goes into creating quality powder.
He shakes his head. If you don't.
Yes, you could just mix the ingredients.
Naela tries to cover her laughter. She's trying so hard.
Naela knows exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
What are you trying to like wheel and deal with this guy?
Basically.
Would agree.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Yeah.
They've spent too much time with Derrin. They're trying to like she's trying to like copy Derrin while doing her own thing is basically what she's trying to do.
Going at it from an engineering standpoint.
Make like
Yeah.
Such a terrible influence, Derrin.
What? I'm over here covering my eyes.
Yeah.
Make like a bartering check. Let's see what you can do here.
Oh god.
Like on this, I would be making like a firearms check. Like, nah, there's a lot of things that go into making quality gunpowder.
He goes, I know how to make shit, dude.
The guy says.
I should have done the memory thing, but oh well.
The guy says, "Look, black powder is not very difficult to make, and it helps if you want something to go boom. All right? It's a pipe bomb. It doesn't need to be controlled. It needs to be violent. It needs to make a lot of shrapnel. But if you're really in having that much of a fit about it, I'll knock it down to 80 credits."
Well, you've got a deal. Slides over 80 credits.
All right. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I intend to hurt a lot of things. Myself is not one of them.
Oh god, no. Just kind of smacks his arm like, shut up.
Cassidy's gonna pull Derrin up so that way he can look at the displays, and she's going to look at the knife collection while Derrin looks things over.
I still have my eyes covered. What am I looking at?
You can uncover your eyes now.
Oh, okay, okay.
What are you guys looking at? Knives come in various sizes. There's like your shank, right? That's just like a sharpened bit of metal with some like silk tied around the end for a handle. There's your more sophisticated like long dagger, Bowie knife kind of deal, buck knife kind of thing.
A knife? This is a knife.
Yeah. And then you have like your machetes, which are longer, serrated edge, kind of deals. They're probably, as opposed to being made to cut through like vegetation, they're probably made more to cut through like wiring, like thick
I
wiring.
want something on the mid to large dagger range, something that she can definitely wield to defend herself with, but not too large that she can't throw it.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
So I still want it to be like throwing dagger range.
You're a whole rogue, aren't you?
Huh? You cut out.
You're a whole rogue, aren't you?
Oh goodness, we still couldn't hear what?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you hear me?
That's better.
Yeah, you were just
that came through.
you're just kind of getting in and out for a second, but yeah, we could hear you.
You're a whole rogue, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hashtag put the knife down, Cassidy.
Well, really, I didn't build her for combat, so I want to try to keep her away from it.
Yeah.
Don't let me influence you in the wrong direction.
This is more of a, if she needs something, she can have something.
I mean, Derrin is just going to pick up a chest like armor thing and probably call it at that mostly.
Yeah.
He's got a pipe. He's happy where he is.
All right. Okay, so for the throwing dagger things, the first thing he shows you is a set of 3 throwing daggers. They're kind of small. I think at most it might be like an 8.5-inch blade. But they're like black shaped pieces of metal. I got a picture for them ready to go. I'm gonna save this because they're a real thing. I'll send you the link in Discord so you can see what they would look like. I feel like they'd look pretty close to this. And he'll sell you the set of 3 for 30 credits. Let's see here. They're not super complex. Let's see. I'll put it in table talk. Put the knife down, Cassidy. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke because usually it's Haley that needs to put the knife down.
Yeah, I got to see it this time because I'm not the knife gremlin this time. It's Cassidy.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'll throw in this little pocket thing for you to carry him on your clothes or whatever." Now they're just a +1 to whatever you roll. So these are like the low end, right? 30 creds. Just little simple throwing daggers, right?
She's gonna look at me and go, "Do you only have one set of these?"
He says, "How many sets do you need?"
I'll take 2 if you have them.
Yeah, he reaches down, pulls out another nearly identical set.
She'll
Alright.
give him the 60 credits.
60 credits. You have 6 throwing knives. Yeah.
She's also gonna ask him for spare glass.
4 3/4-inch blades, I guess is what that is. Okay, sorry, what'd you say?
Any spare glass?
Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, broken or window or what are we looking
Any
at?
kind.
Broken would be the cheapest.
Yeah, okay, 1 second.
Go with broken.
I mean, if we need broken glass, all we have to do is just break a window.
Yeah. He
Vandalism? Yeah.
He goes into the back and he comes out with like a satchel of broken glass. It's not powdered, but it's like ground up into chunks. It kind of looks like when you break a car window and you get all those tiny little bits of glass, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing, like a bag of that stuff. And he's like, okay, how much do you want?
She'll look
How
at him
much
and
for
go,
the
10 credits?
bag?
The whole bag? It's a big bag. It's probably like a 5-10 pound bag of
Good.
broken
How
glass.
much for the whole bag?
It's like, oh, the whole thing. Well, I kind of use this to make things, but I'll give you the whole bag for 200 credits. You can make a lot of explosives.
No way.
No. What about? And he pulls out another like container, like a metal cup with like a lid on it. He scoops a bunch out. It's like a pound. He sets it on the thing, and he says, "Okay, 40 credits."
She wrinkles her nose and goes, "No deal."
200 for the whole bag, 40 for a scoop.
So it was a 5-pound bag. I literally just divided by 5.
That's fair.
A pound of glass divided by 5, 40. Right.
She just looks at him like he's nuts and it's like, "I'll go find me some scrap."
I'll pitch in 20 if you pitch in the other 20.
No way. We can go scrap our own.
What if we don't find it?
He's like, look, shrapnel
There's sand on
metal.
the shores. I can make my own.
Shrapnel metal, easy to find. You can find it damn near anywhere. Glass, a little bit more difficult.
I was going to say, we hadn't seen any up until now.
if you can find some sand and you got a good source of power, heat, you can make it.
Pound of broken glass, 40 credits.
You're paying for it, Dick? All right. I hand it to you.
Cassie's gonna like
For
stop
40
him and be
credits.
like, "No, it ain't worth it."
But think of all the... What would it
Just
even
do
be?
it, Dank. Jesus Christ.
War crimes. Here we go. I'm broke, but now I have glass.
Don't waste your credits, Dank.
But
It's not really a waste. So.
That you could just yeet it, people. It's fine.
We'll take this into account. I mean, it's gonna make more than one explosive. I'll tell you that. Like,
yeah, it'll make a lot
Sure.
because it's not fully processed yet.
yeah, I'd say like at least 10. You can make at least 10 explosives with it.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
All right.
She's gonna look at the seller and go, "Do you have a mortar and pestle to sell?"
He throws it in for free. He's like a little stone one, right? Like a little hand one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just throws it in for free. You just paid 40 credits for broken glass. Yeah, he'll just throw in the mortar of
He's
pestle.
like,
It's
"You
worth it."
suckers."
It'll be worth it.
Cassie's
like-
the one who takes the mortar and pestle. She's not letting Dank have it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Well, you take the glass too then. He hands her the glass. Best hope you know what you're doing. Have some sort of area with proper ventilation and mask and eye guards.
Here.
Think I don't know how to make glass bombs. Incoherent rambling.
All right.
We're totally gonna get flagged.
Yeah, we're gonna get it pretty hard. I mean, hopefully, most of it hasn't been in the first 10 minutes. But fun fact: they hit the Forest of Flesh video that went up yesterday, which the first time they've done that in forever. They usually only hit one show, but they hit it, and I think it was for the word sphincter. I think that's what it was. I think it was the word sphincter that got a hit.
Really?
I think that's what it was. It's Forest of Flesh, guys. What can I say? You know,
How can they? It's not even that bad,
it's.
man.
I know you have 8 of them. Like, I don't know, like, why it's a big deal. Like,
You have an esophageal. Yeah.
yeah. It's just a
Yeah.
muscle. It's just a
Uvula.
muscle.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this video flagged so bad.
Oh yeah, that is a foregone conclusion. Let's go
Yeah.
as far as we want at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh goodness.
just don't get me big.
I mean, for God's sakes, we're talking about pipe bombs. And how to build them.
Theoretical.
Theoretical.
Fictional.
This is
Well,
a-
you can-
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft,
YouTube doesn't
exactly.
give a shit about that.
Man, this is a very good role-playing game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's either family friendly or not at all. There's no in between with YouTube.
No.
I might just have to
More
start using
imagination.
other words, like, to get around it. Like when we talk about a
Party favor.
yeah force multiplier.
Yeah.
Blast of confetti.
Crushed peppermints.
That's almost as bad as broken glass if you do it right.
Powdered sugar.
Okay, but that could be code for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right? We just like need to like just get together and like completely script an episode of Broken with like family friendly content and just watch the kids go nuts.
That would be fantastic.
It's like a fucked up episode of Candyland.
Yes.
Oh my god. This is come to.
Your mic's acting up again.
Just watch all the viewers be confused as hell. Like, what's going on?
Why is Dank using family-friendly words? What is the world coming to?
The world is ending. Oh wait, it already ended. Oops.
Yeah.
What?
Nobody's cussing. There's no raunch.
Well, listen, I can't promise that, alright?
It'll last for like 5-10 minutes, and then we're all just gonna be like, "Oh fuck this shit."
Pretty much, yeah.
Like this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll probably be able to do it just long enough for like all the viewers to be like, "Oh no! Oh hell no! I didn't sign up for this shit," and leave.
Space Gerblin says, "When did Dank become wholesome?" With a question mark. The Inky got to him. Quick, do something.
They made me kind and caring.
All right. So you get your
It would be
improvised. Send another person on a vacation devices.
Their improvised sleepy vices.
Yeah.
Sleepy-
Long
Assisted
vacation.
breathing device.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Assisted breathing device.
Yeah, it gives them additional airways.
Yeah,
If you think about it, we're helping people.
Desisted breathing
Helps them
device.
breathe underwater.
Exactly.
ventilators. So you get your stuffs. Is there anything else you guys want to pick up while you're here?
Well, I'm brave.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
Somebody was looking at other knives or something, right? Everybody good?
I had
Yeah,
pulled
plenty
Darren
of
up to the counter in case he wanted anything.
No, just this armor, thank you.
We'll
Alright.
protect you, Darren.
The armor you guys pick up is probably made out of some kind of like plasteel, so like some kind of alloy of plastic and metal that's light, but durable. Like very durable. Like could potentially stop a bullet.
Nice.
Yeah. And it covers most of your vital organs and stuff, so you're good. All right. What's the plan now? You guys step out of the shop. You got your new duds, your new helmet, your new glass.
Some of us, I think, or is this? I don't think we should split the party. Or should we?
No, I'm pretty sure we'll all die that way.
Never split the party.
Yeah, well, I split myself from the party and I saved a guy, so joke's on you.
You split yourself for like 3 feet away, basically.
Right. We can still see you.
Yeah, you weren't terribly
fair.
far away.
Where do
Yeah,
we
but
want
I
to go
don't think
first?
I want to waste the time and wait for me to disassemble the entire robot.
We
that's
need to
gonna take
grab the
taking-
robot and the corpses.
Yeah, we're taking the whole robot and we can disarm the robot
Are you gonna?
as
Literally.
we're riding the leaper.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
the,
it's going to be on a sled, so
the
I
leap-
mean...
the leapers have been turned back in.
Can we not borrow them again?
Ooh, we need to go get them
I
again.
suppose you could borrow them again. Yeah, Shalem probably trust you guys by now.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
take Yala, my dude. Yeah.
Robot! Rudolph!
Yeah.
Rudolph!
Okay.
Yeah, because
you
I
get
named him.
Yala and Rudolph.
I'm gonna go like to the edge of the pit and be like, Rudolph, come back to me! Let's see if he comes back over.
Yeah. They're like, oh, familiar face. They come back over. They're like, look, checking
Walks
your
up
hand.
and just straight up
Hey, this
llama
person
spits
gave me
on
some
you.
treats last time.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like all
turn-
excited because like Rudolph comes over.
walks up to you and like sort of looks at you for a moment and then turns to the side like, pet me.
Of course, like immediately. Pit.
It holds its nose up to the air like all regal, like, yes, that's right, you pet me.
Are we sure these things aren't part
Peasant.
cat?
Yeah, exactly. They're
They
kinda-
probably are.
Alright. So yeah, you pick up your leapers.
It's
You
more like a kid is just like, he can't.
Are you guys gonna take the robot arm you have with you?
Yes.
Yeah, for extra defense, because we don't know what's in that security room again. Could be something else. Could be nothing.
Another giant ass robot.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Infinitely
those
respawning
bastards
robots.
better not. Those bastards better not have taken the damn robot.
You know that's why they went down there, right? It was to, like, take out
Yeah,
the-
Yeah, I was about to say, we
No.
told them to take that.
They were
Yeah.
looking for other stuff.
I think you told him they
Yeah.
could take the robot. I'm pretty sure you told him that they
I
could.
100% would not have told them to take the robot. I'd be like,
We-
I
no,
don't think I
we
that is-
necessarily said that, but we definitely said, hey, you could go down there and get anything there.
Yeah, they were there to salvage and look for things that are valuable. A big old robot full of parts. Yeah, they're gonna salvage that.
I'm gonna
Some of
salvage
these-
them. Take my damn
Well, they're about to
pilots,
leave.
man.
I mean, good
Incredible
news.
pilots.
Good news, they'll have brought it out for us, and we won't have to do that work. We'll just say,
Exactly.
hey, we
It's like,
can't
yeah,
do
thanks
that.
for bringing that
We're
up
gonna
for me.
use the useful parts and get rid of the rest.
Yeah, there surely won't be any like unforeseen twists that's gonna happen.
Definitely not. Why would we do
It'll
that?
be
We don't have time for that.
All right, so you guys head back out, back towards the Enki facility. Then that's
Cry of, yeah,
all right.
cries of terror.
Fair enough. Let's see here. On the way back out, let's see.
Yeah, we should probably let those people that Naela bought the drugs off of know that the Yankee's going to be coming down in force soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, that's on the way.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you guys stop off at the trash pile, and yeah, you let them know. I think their first response is like, "Oh, we'll just hunker down. They won't mess with our trash pile. Like, if they do, we'll just stab them with our spears." Thanks for the heads up, though. We'll keep the bird inside. What was the creature called? A yalu or whatever. Their bird like. No,
Swing
it's
or something.
Pulsewing. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we'll keep this guy inside. But they're planning on staying. They don't care if you guys are leaving.
Luck with that, chummers. We're off.
All right, so you guys make it a bit way down to where the two corridors work. Before that, that security door that you guys kept trying to open and was scanning you. And I need some perceptive people to make some rolls here.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Would this be something my trained ear would be able to do, or something else?
This would be eyes.
Okay, making sure.
Everything sounds the same as last time.
I'm going to spend an influence point and re-roll that.
I will also spend an influence point to re-roll that.
Okay. All right. Spend all the
There we
influence points.
Ooh,
Alright.
I got a 1.
Zack. Oh!
I can spend an influence point to re-roll that.
And he's blind.
You don't want the negative memory? All right.
It makes something less expensive
Yeah,
to get
but
your revelation.
I don't want the first memory on the new page to be a -1.
You don't want to get it out of the way?
There we go.
All right. Okay.
Hey, you rolled my exact roll too. That's weird.
So the three of you notice, Dank, you probably notice it first. There's something out of place in the corridor. As you guys are approaching, you're getting pretty close now. You see a little device. What's the best way to explain this? It's about the size of like a small cat, maybe a small dog. It's laying on the floor. It's covered with rust. It's some kind of technological device. It's got a screen on it, like a small little square screen. There's a light behind it that's dim, too dim to see what's on the screen, and it's cracked. Like the glass face of it is just like got a crack running across it. It has 4 limbs that sort of would hold it to the ground, like hold it up off the ground with its like sort of main body. It's a machine. But the limbs are all limp, and it's just sort of like laying there in the middle of the hallway.
Heck, priest, use your machine speak.
It looks something like, let's see here, like this. But it's, you know, it's inert, so it's not like standing up. It's small. It's not a giant thing.
Get her bot.
And it's just sort of like laying there passive in the hallway. It doesn't react to you as you approach. But it's, yeah, it's like covered with rust. It's just like sitting there.
Hey, yo, new robot dog?
Dude, obvious trap.
Nah, I think it's a new dog.
I mean, yeah, but we need to like reprogram the thing. Again,
We've got Cassie.
yeah, my earlier suggestion, use your machine speak.
I want to go over to it and try to talk to it.
All right. You want to do your machine language?
Okay, yeah. Let me just put it on my thing. Okay.
It's a special role for you, right?
Just get to.
That is
Woo!
a 4 and a 1, so that's a success, right?
Like
Yes.
the first time that worked, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
describe for us once again how this works. Like, what do you do? What does it look like?
Oh, it sounds like oh, it's you know those old like crap, I can't remember what they're called. But people used to take those old floppy disk readers and they would make the music out of them.
Oh, I
They
was
used to
thinking
be
it
all
sounded more like
over-
binary.
Kind of, but you know how they would take like the floppy disk readers and they would
Yeah.
change their pitches and they would make the music out of them?
Yeah.
I've seen
That's
some
kind
of
of what
those.
I've been
It's
going
pretty
with.
cool.
All right.
That's kind of like what I've been going with, is how it almost sounds.
Okay. And what are you trying to do?
But kind of like the, hey, are you okay?
All right.
Are you hurt?
So you hear some tones come from the thing as like the light on the plate flickers. It beeps through a little thing. And then the screen flickers on. And it says this.
Accessing records.
And then a piece of audio plays. And the audio is basically like got a lot of static, but you hear a guy's voice. And the guy says, all right, we're getting ready to head back into the facility now. I just wanted to set this thing up outside. Shalim said it'd be a good idea to have transmitters set up so the signal would get out. I figured this Waywatcher could do the trick. We used it to scout down earlier, but we didn't find too much action going on, at least in the top part of the facility, so we've decided to go ahead and head on down. And then you hear like static cutting out, interrupting, and then you hear like, what is that? Did you guys hear that? And then like a sound plays in the background, and they're like, what is that? You hear a couple people saying, yeah, that's strange. And then and you hear a guy like, oh, it's so bright. And you hear other people gasping and sort of reacting. And then he says, what are they doing? And they're just standing around it. And then you hear, and it cuts out. And then the feed ends, and the machine says,
Primary function was to get this message out back to Point Mariya. Can you assist?
and then there's like another couple noises. And like you see something pop up on the screen, but again, the screen's like kind of cracked and damaged. It's kind of hard to tell what it is exactly. It's like these different symbols.
So it sounds like another one of those death bots came. Because when it first came and spotted us, like that weird noise played, and then there was like floodlights that it used to target.
And the guy in the recording says, "What are they doing?"
So more than one thing happening in the area.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me too.
A good thing we brought that gun arm.
Do you try to talk to it more or anything?
She's
Ask it how
definitely
long
gonna.
ago this was.
Does Derrin like out? Or does Derrin say that?
Yes.
She's gonna turn and look at it and ask that.
Yeah, it ignores Darren asking that. But then you ask, and it says,
Last transmission recorded 1 hour ago.
Fuck.
Well, fuck.
How long ago was it? My headset cut out.
An hour.
An hour.
Shit.
She is going to pick the little bot up and put it on the sleigh.
All right, so they already know we're here.
Well, you're ours
Everything
now,
in
You're
their
buddy.
on mine
notes.
now.
you see like a
She is going to pick him up, pat him on the head, and go. Your name is now Rover.
My name is Waywatcher. That is my designation.
Waywatcher. Okay.
you could change its name.
That's good enough.
Man, that's a weird way to say rover.
Would you like to change designation? New user.
Do you prefer Waywatcher?
Would you
I
like
have-
to change designation? New user.
Q, I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Waywatcher's fine.
Waywatcher accepted as designation.
And she just like pats it on the head again.
Hey,
My-
enough fapping about. We need to get the hell out of here.
My power supply seems to be running low.
What kind of batteries does this thing run on?
Yeah, I could have like jerry rig it to hook it up to the flashlight to give it more juice.
I mean, we've got like, what was it, like 4 batteries that we found at that one other place where all the corpses were?
You've got a few.
True.
I think we need to worry about getting back to the Mariah.
True, but I mean, like, this thing can still scout. More juiced up, it'll be better operational.
And then there's the problem
I
of
think
now
Waywatcher can move.
we have a threat down there. And do we need to do anything about that?
Can we do anything about that? I mean, yeah, we
We
totally
have a
like
giant
burned
robot arm.
I think at this point, if we go past the thing, if we say this thing is for self-defense, I don't think the Enki's gonna give a shit if we show it the video from Waywatcher.
Would
I
you
thought it was
like
audio.
to set your new user designation?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you like-
Tell it your name.
Oh, I'm Cassidy.
Cassidy accepted as administrator of this unit.
Cool. Now we have a
Alright.
hacker.
Are we doing something about this now? Or are we
Oh, we thought it
leaving?
was cute.
I mean, we could totally try. Like, I'm all down for combat.
Of course you are.
But, I mean, do you really think we could take more than one of these things on at the same time? We don't even know what's actually down there.
That's the problem, is that, plus, do we know where the previous robot corpse is? Because if they took it out, we need to find it and get rid of it, if that's the case. Otherwise, if it's still down there, it could just be like, oh, hey, something happened. Oh, well.
Not to mention, we don't know if it's the same thing or if it's something different. Because what if it's something different?
Yeah,
What if it's
I
something worse?
would feel a lot more comfortable about this scenario. Wait, I have a freaking bomb. What are we talking about? Let's do this.
There he is. There's the Dank we know.
All right. So you guys just gonna proceed on?
Yeah, Dank's gonna take point.
I'm going to be as stealthy as possible to try and,
Yes.
have somebody that is not noticed.
All right.
Oh yes, the stealth will be super useful after I make a big ass explosion.
Yeah, they'll know you're there, not me.
True.
All
Oh
right.
shit, I should modify this and put some of that glass in here.
Yeah. Make it
Please
more
don't. If it's
lethal.
robots, it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, it's true, but
Why
if it
not?
is robots, having glass in it would also act as chaff, which would fuck up their sensors.
Not really.
All right. Give me 1 second. I want to run to the restroom while you guys discuss. 1 second.
Okay, so
Mhm.
with glass and a bit of rust, that'll definitely work.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go to the restroom too.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, let's bust out that mortar and pestle and start committing a war crime.
I don't think you're supposed to pronounce the T.
So is it just pestle?
Yes.
That sounds dumb.
I always thought it was pastel.
Nope, that's a kind of color.
Yeah, I realized that like last week.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's pestle.
No, he's right. It's pestle.
Yeah.
Then people in the TV have been saying it wrong.
Oh, definitely.
What's that one quote from Nick Fury?
All right. I am here. Were you guys silent the whole time?
No.
We were talking about mortar and pest. What is it?
We were talking about the pronunciation of mortar and pestle.
Oh, is it pestle?
I
or is it
recognize
pestle?
that the correct pronunciation
Whether
of it
was
is
pestle
pestle,
or pestle.
but given that it's a stupid ass pronunciation, I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't know, it
pronounce
makes sense to me,
mortar
but
and
all right.
pestle.
There's a T. There is a T. It's pestle.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of words that have a silent T, so.
I don't
Are you going to start pronouncing knife kniff?
You know what? I will do that out of spite.
So the robot, the robot says,
Due to the untimely death of the previous administrator, Cassidy has been promoted to new lead administrator of this unit.
Oh no.
Oh, so they did. So I don't have to.
I'm
worry
just
about
certain that it
throwing a
can
bomb
know that
down
they're
there.
dead.
Exactly.
See, this
What
is
happened?
The previous person that
Cassidy
was in charge
died,
of
and so there's a new administrator.
Waywatcher died, so now I'm in charge of this Waywatcher.
Yeah, it's like I'm your robot now.
Do these-
Yeah.
are
Okay.
these
I
things,
have a
like,
robot dog.
flying?
It's imprinted on Cassidy.
Let's go fuck shit up. What's
so
up?
we now know for
Yeet.
certain that they are dead.
All right, so we put the
yeah.
ground glass and some rust in the pipe bomb, seal it back up, and we are good to go.
Do we know if these things like are on like are they like bipedal or are they like flying?
We have no idea.
Yeah,
They
but
are
you-
about to be on the ground in multiple pieces. Let's go.
You could
And
ask
then,
the robot if you're trying to get more information about it. You could try.
Nah, let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Cassidy to ask while we're walking.
All right.
How heavy was the Waywatcher?
He probably weighs like, I don't know, 5 or 10 pounds.
Oh, so he's not big. By
Oh,
any
he's
means.
mini.
He's not
Little
s-
chihuahua.
He's not
Yeah.
super big. He's like the size of like a house cat. He's got a small storage compartment. And
I don't know. House cats are like 10 or 11 pounds.
Yeah, they're
Not
too-
all of them.
Yeah,
You need to
Like-
meet my boys.
we can say like
Yeah,
10
mine are
pounds.
freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm just
Yeah.
saying they're bigger than what he was saying.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
the size of a fat cat. Okay, it's like the size of a
No,
lean-
we have had chunky ones that come in that are like 20 pounds, and it's like, no, you're an
Mine
ottoman.
always is still.
You're an
No,
ottoman.
you're just a couch at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Gumball is just buff. I have a buff cat.
Yeah.
That's always better. Anyway, continuing.
Fucking prick.
So do you ask it anything, Cassidy?
What was Darren's question for it?
Were
What do the
robots
things
like?
look like?
Are they like flying?
What are we
they
fighting?
bipedal?
Did you see what killed the others, Waywatcher?
Okay, let's see here.
Waywatcher detected 2 hostile targets before cessation of life signs on previous administrator's communication device.
Oh, so that's how it knows. Interesting.
So I don't think he got a visual on them.
Okay, but there's 2 things, and we have a bomb.
And
Alright, that's fine.
guns.
Does it know where they came from? Like above? Different tunnel? Below?
I don't think since he saw him, I don't think he can tell exactly.
I mean, you could ask.
Could you tell where they came from, Waywatcher?
Hostile targets appear to have been waiting in the facility's lower levels.
Okay, so yeah. That makes sense.
Hostile targets appear to have been using pulse technology.
Sweet, more stuff to gank.
Or to get ganked by.
That's the wrong kind of attitude.
They might have known we've been coming this whole time.
Yup.
Waywatcher?
We did
could you
get
tell if they
scanned
were
like
of an
5 dozen
organic
times.
nature?
What'd you say, Cassidy?
What was the question?
Could you tell if they were of an organic nature? The hostiles?
Targets
I'm gonna.
appear to be shielded from scanning.
She's just gonna
They are. They're
She's gonna,
ultra
like-
screwed.
She's gonna pat it on the head as like a "it's okay" kind of
Perhaps
thing.
thick armor or synthetic automaton targets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does Administrator Cassidy have life signs monitored?
I don't think our communicator has
No,
life signs monitoring stuff.
I don't know.
At least not yet.
I don't have anything on me to do that.
Have them scan the thing that we do have.
Yeah, scan the back of your neck.
The port thing.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I was thinking the communicator that we got.
Well, I don't think that it had. Okay, I mean, we could try that too.
We could try.
Try everything! This is a point and click game now.
You're gonna try to have it scan the back of your head, is that what you're doing?
Every game is a point and click if you have enough ammunition.
Let's try Cassidy first. Have it
Oh.
scan Cassidy.
Do you well, she's gonna look at it and be like, "Do you scan me to monitor?"
So it makes a noise. And then a compartment on the underside of it opens, and one of the appendages reaches up into the compartment and pulls out like a, it looks like an elastic sort of band.
Oh, or that.
Oh, so like a little Fitbit kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It looks like you can wear it
Except
around
more
your wrist.
apocryphal tech.
Yeah. It's got like little bits of metal embedded in it, but it looks kind of like a shiny bit of plastic that would fit tightly around the wrist.
She'll like hold out a hand for it.
Yeah, it fastens it over your wrist, and then it tightens it. At first, it's like way too tight, right? And then it slackens slightly.
So now it's only just too tight.
Yeah. It's not like super uncomfortable. But
It's not cutting off circulation.
Yeah, but it's there. And it says
Life signs now monitored by Waywatcher.
She's like looking it over curiously.
Cool, now we can know if you die.
yeah, on the
Oh,
on the cracked little screen, you see something like moving up and down, in like a rhythm, right? Like, and it's got a little symbol above it.
Oh god, it's a little
is
ECG
it
thing.
testing her heart rate?
Yeah, it would make sense if it was like monitoring your heart rate, showing it on the screen.
Could use this as a
Naela's
wonderful
like-
little lie detector.
And Naela's kind of like, what the hell is this? What is this?
Witchcraft.
It's monitoring the vitals.
Yeah, you know how your heart goes? All the electrical stuff in there?
Hey, you know, the beat.
I'm pretty sure it was
Detecting.
described blub dub, but
I mean, whatever.
Detecting.
And she just kind of looks at you like you're all like, I don't know. She has no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Hey, we'll leave it at witchcraft for now.
Yeah.
Yep.
The robot's like,
Detecting anomalies in Administrator Cassidy's system.
and
nope,
then-
Cassidy's gonna die.
and it buttes. Then it's like,
Well, Cassidy, I'm sorry you had to hear it from the robot.
Cassidy appears to be a vagabond of unknown origin.
Yeah, silence that alert!
Have it silenced.
It's okay, Waywatcher. Everybody knows that.
Response accepted.
You should probably maybe not say that so it doesn't accidentally tell somebody else later on. You should probably tell it that that is actually classified information.
Waywatcher,
Yes, Cassidy.
that's not for anybody else to know, okay?
Understood. Data will not be relayed to Waywatcher Consortium.
Yeah, there we go! Oh!
Yeah, thank God.
Oh! God, I'm glad I thought of that.
Well, I was just like, well, everybody here in the group knows that. So
Yes,
that's why I was
that
like,
thing
everybody
can
here
tell
knows
other people.
No, tell fucking no one, or
Yeah.
we're all gonna die.
What
And
happened?
then I'm like, wait a second, this is exactly. And then when you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly like a toddler. Wait a second.
So to catch
The
well,
dog figured
I
out that
think-
Cassidy was a vagabond and was about to report her to like some consortium.
Yeah, Dank was working on his mic. So basically, the AI detected she was a vagabond, and she was like, "Don't tell anybody." And it was like, "All right, I won't relay that information to the Waywatcher consortium." Basically, is what happened.
Should we tell it to not relay like anything we fucking do?
Yeah, we
Mm.
should.
Yeah, we should.
I mean, but guys, quality control on these things must be really difficult.
No, we're doing some hood rat shit. It needs to be hush hush.
We doing some devious licks here. We can't.
Everybody gangsta till the robot starts snitching.
If it doesn't
And
report
then-
anything, then people are gonna find it weird.
Well, they
You should
could
probably
just
just
assume
let
that the bot's offline.
Or
Yeah.
you could tell it to run all of its reports by us.
What do you
Ooh,
tell
there we
it?
go.
What do you tell it, Cassidy?
Require
Before-
verbal authorization for all reports to the consortium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
before you send any reports to the consortium, please run them by me. First.
Request accepted.
Thank you.
Would you like me to mute your life signs from detection?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, so it emits a high-pitched tone, like a dog whistle, right? Like, for a second, it feels like all your ears are gonna pop, but then it sort of just like fades into the background.
I feel like it would kind of make Naela drop to the floor for a second.
might.
Since
Yeah.
she has
Might,
a lot
yeah.
of animalistic instincts.
Yeah, it might be kind of painful for you, particularly. Yeah, for a moment. Yeah, and you've like dropped to the floor, grabbing your head as you get like this terrible migraine. And then once the noise sort of settles into the background,
A tone is being used to prevent remote detection.
so basically it's like I'm emitting this pitch, and as long as I'm emitting it, no one will be able to pick you up remotely, like your life signs kind of thing. Obviously, as long as it's like auditory, like they can see you on cameras still and stuff. But that's
Right.
another thing.
That's.
Cassidy, please keep your robot child with its extremely loud fucking noises to a minimum, please.
Naela. We could use this as a way to try to get around the waypoint.
Or-
They're not.
or-
You take it down every time.
Murder kill the robots.
That
I mean,
Not this
both.
robot.
Both is good.
The other ones.
Well, I'm not killing him and I'm not getting rid of him.
No, I
But
said not
please,
this
dear
one.
God, at
But he's
least
talking about the other
warn
two.
me. No. I'm telling you, Cassidy. Let me know before he makes another high-pitched goddamn sound. Because I felt like I just had a brain aneurysm. Do you understand?
To be fair, I didn't know he was going to make that noise.
This is true.
I thought he was
Just-
just like, take the picture off the monitor.
Just warn me before he does something, please.
Waywatcher, next time you're going to make a high-pitched noise, please warn Naela first.
Request accepted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just waiting for the robot to go Skynet on us.
I know. Like, I'm done with your shit. Shut up.
Request denied. Initiating murder protocol.
This is why you say please and thank you.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
None of us can do that but you.
Is there
All right.
anything else Waywatcher can do to assist? Administrator Cassidy.
You could have him list off his functions.
Yeah, use the help function.
I think we're good right now, at least.
We'll save that for later. But
She
first,
is.
Yeah, we'll
she's
save
going
that
to,
for
like,
after we
pick
kill the
him
robots.
up in the middle and walk with him. You know, like how the kids do the cats. You know,
right?
that don't know how
Wrong
to
cat.
properly hold a cat. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
because
Sure.
she said he was rusted over, so he probably can't move very well.
Well, now that he's got a fresh battery in him, his limbs are able to move pretty well. Like, he's just got some rust on. He's just an old machine. That's all. He can move
You
around.
could
alright.
pre-paint it.
Yeah.
Well, Cassidy is also like new pet, my pet.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we just scrape some of the rust off and save it for thermite later.
Trekking onward.
That's also a way we could fix the water issue.
Thermite?
Yeah. Because once you get it going, it doesn't need oxygen.
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, the water will still evaporate and then become condensation and just come back down.
Yeah.
No. Once you get it going, you can drop it in the water and it'll go down.
Condensation still is a thing.
It's not going to destroy the water, it's just going to make it warmer.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna burn through. I think what she's saying is gonna burn through the ground, and the water can
Oh,
leak
it could burn
out.
through like some of the plating and cause like it just to drain
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
below us.
That,
You know,
that
just
strikes
we're
me
up
as a
here
bad
for
idea,
it to
because
be
where would that go besides outside, possibly?
It wouldn't burn
Unless
enough
there's
through.
another bottom.
And then we're, like, killing other people that are down there.
Yeah, that sounds like
As
a
far as they're
like a
aware
them
of, there's
problem.
nothing underneath.
That sounds like a them problem.
So, Naela, you probably would know this better than anyone. The reason the Umbra is in the state it is in is because the people above were like, "That sounds like a them problem."
Yeah.
If
So
it's a good enough
Exactly.
solution for the guys up there, it's a good enough solution for us.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, we're turning into the Arku!
Morals.
All right.
But from what I can tell from the little bits that we can tell from the maps and stuff, as far as they're aware of, this is the bottom.
Well, then, okay. But then, okay, if it does, burn through the bottom, where is it going to drain to then? If this is the bottom, there isn't anywhere for it to drain.
Base. The final frontier.
If we open that, I'm pretty sure horrors await us.
That sounds like a problem for future us.
We're going to be future us.
We'll have figured it out by then.
I have interacted with future me.
Yeah, that guy seemed like he knew what he was doing, right?
No.
He may really kill you then.
Sounds
I
like
may
a
kill
future
myself.
us problem.
All right. Fair enough.
We'll figure something out that doesn't involve wholesale slaughter of like a large group of people that don't deserve it.
Or opening a portal to the outer rift when we don't even know what's out there.
Yeah.
If anything.
Again, like there's a lot of stuff you can do with water. So
You guys don't want to know what's out there. I promise you don't.
yeah, probably like Cthulhu and
That's pretty bad when the DM says that.
You know you don't want to do something when your DM is like, you probably shouldn't do that.
But that's exactly when and why you should do it.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I did that one time and I learned the consequences.
all right. So anyway,
I've had to
we
warn
have
people off from
a
that. Anyways,
bomb
continue.
to go blow up. Let's
Yep.
go do that.
All right. So you guys get back up to the security door area. Do you try to get through the security door again this time?
No.
Okay, you're just gonna walk around.
Go through the hatch that we did the last time.
All right. Yeah. So you continue along the corridor a bit.
Derrin will do one more scan.
You want to do one more
God
scan?
damn it.
One more scan.
No doubt.
No.
Does anyone try to
Would-
stop him?
Would that work?
I would
Yes.
stop him with physical violence if he did attempt that.
Why?
Here's
It's
my
not like they don't know
question,
we're
would
here
that
already.
work?
They might not. They know we've been through. They don't know we're currently here.
As Naela just starts dragging Derrin by his ear, like, no.
Do you resist? Do you
Ow,
resist?
ow, 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 ow.
Okay, no, he just goes along. All right. Okay, so you guys continue back over to the service hatch. And you are able to enter same way as before. I'm not going to make you roll again to jump across the gap. You do
We have a
probably,
ladder and a robot arm.
Yeah. You do have like you do probably see the signs of like other people going through here recently, maybe some boot prints, that kind of thing. But no like obvious signs of struggle or anything like that yet. And I'm guessing you just take the slide again. And you guys wind up in that same room where you fought the
robot.
The robot. Yeah. You get down here, and the pieces are gone. There's some drag marks that lead over to that hole in the floor that Naela went down into previously.
Onward and downward.
And yep, let me see here.
Ready the bomb, Dank.
Oh, I've got it. I have got the rust and the glass mixed in.
You guys get
Before they head down, Cassidy is gonna set Waywatcher down and be like, "Stay here."
Okay.
You sure you want to leave the robot?
I don't want him getting hurt.
I'm gonna hide near the robot.
You can always tell. Let us know if it sees signs of life.
But I don't want him getting hurt in the fight.
I'm here.
Can it not like do something like vibrate your frickin' Fitbit to let you know something is spotted?
It probably could. Yeah, you can set it as on like sentry mode if you want to. You can be like, "Hey, send me an alert or whatever. If you spot anything, can you do that?" You can ask it.
Oh.
It'll do
Could you
that.
do that? Could you do like a sentry mode? And let us know if you see anything?
Request accepted. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Request accepted.
There you go.
Thank you,
click the
Waywatcher.
wrong voice. I clicked the mask voice instead of the
Yeah.
AI voice. Let's see. I'm looking at a list of its functions. It can definitely do that. They call it the Waywatcher for a reason, but it has some other stuff it can do. All right. So if I understand correctly, it sounds like Derrin and the bot are staying upstairs, right?
Where I can still see them, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can hover over the top of the hole that goes down below.
Oh. Before they go down, Cassidy is going to look at Waywatcher and go, Derrin is an authorized user.
Okay.
Derrin accepted as authorized user.
And then
And
it like
go,
Cool, I have a
think
buddy
he
now.
should listen to you now?
beeps at you, Derrin.
Hi.
What'd you say after that, Cassidy?
She looks at Derrin and goes, I think he should kind of listen to you now.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
He'll listen. Okay, let's see here.
He'll listen, but will he actually follow?
Yeah. Can I do just to be funny, in the robot voice, since I've already made the connection with him, in the robot voice, can I go, don't kill him, please?
Yeah, sure.
Without doing the special roll?
Yeah, you don't need to make her special roll for that. It makes some beeping noise.
Just to be funny.
Yeah, it responds to you like that. Maybe that was acceptable. I don't know. Man, who knows what that means? You're pretty sure it means okay, I won't kill him.
You're pretty sure.
May off the table in that aspect, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll just claim one of his limbs.
We come back and
Look,
Darren's
I'd be
dead, we
fine
know
with a
what
robot limb.
All right. So the rest of you make the trek further down to where Naela encountered the Asapu group. There is no Asapu here. Instead, you find an empty room. To one side of the room, there's a tunnel that seems to lead on further into like a complex. You see light, like bright white light coming from that area, and you hear the sound of machinery running in the distance, and a hum that sort of starts to fill the air, and this kind of like low drone sound. It's like really bassy. It feels like it like vibrates through your body.
I don't like this.
No, seems bad.
Do the drag marks go in that direction?
They sure do.
Oh,
Well, shit.
shit.
I am readying my bomb.
I am readying my gun.
All right.
I'm readying to run away.
All right.
You're not even part of this fight. What are you talking about?
All right. So you guys proceed towards the light. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go.
Making sure to keep close eyes on line of fire and cover the entire way.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot for cover. So like this tunnel.
You get the pillars.
Yeah, in this room, but the tunnel that continues on, at the end of this room, probably in the center of the image here, it's just straight wide tunnel.
I don't like that.
The metal is really smooth here too.
I really don't like that.
Unusually smooth and glossy, like linoleum floor kind of, but it's made out of like steel. And there's almost like no like seams. The light's really bright too. Like it hurts your eyes to look directly at it for too long.
Aviators on.
Yeah. And you make your way forward. It's probably like 100, 200 feet of hallway. And then it opens up into this huge cavern of a room. And once your eyes sort of adjust deep into the room, I mean, the room is got to be at least the size of a football field, maybe bigger across, like the size of a stadium. And there's this large sort of like tower in the center of this room. There's nothing else around it. The floor is all just smooth metal floor. And you can see like bits of machinery up in the ceiling. But the light, so there's light coming from this tower that's sort of facing you, and there's no light on the top of it. So there's no light, it's sort of being blocked from going straight up. But part of the light's coming out the side, still like illuminates some stuff on the ceiling. You can see like moving machinery up there. And close to this tower, you see the silhouettes of several people, dozens of them, just sort of standing there and looking up at the tower like mindlessly. There's also like
just standing there menacingly.
They're just standing there with their like zombies. Like they're just like mesmerized by this tone that the tower is emitting. And there's also like 5 or 6 bodies around them, just like laying on the floor, not moving. Yeah. Let me show you. Let me show.
Man, I'm gonna have
This
to use my
reminds me of
bomb to
something.
blow up the tower.
Yeah. This is the thing from the book, sort of.
Oh my.
So you got this large pillar. That's what the floor looks like, that shiny metal. In the tower. It's emitting this light. Now you can't. It's hard to tell if, like, once you enter the room, if the light dims, and like that's why it's not hurting your eyes so much anymore, or if your eyes have just adjusted to the bright light. Maybe a little bit of both.
Is it the Asapu?
Yeah. The people, the people like standing there staring up at the tower are the Asapu. That is correct.
Oh, okay.
And none of them are facing you. Like, you walk in, they're all facing away from you, staring at this tower that's making this tone, just like mindlessly. Like, they don't even notice you. It's also like really loud, so like any noise you might make stepping on the floor isn't really like picked up. So what do you guys do?
What part of the tower seems to be generating the tone?
It probably seems to be coming from the base of the tower.
Anything else in the immediate area besides the Asapu in the tower?
There's moving machinery up on the ceiling. It's like you see things being like moved back and forth across like cable, that sort of thing. Like kind of like almost like a weird manufacturing plant kind of thing going on the ceiling.
Okay. Out of reach, can't really interact with it anyway, but we'll put a pin in that. How far away from the base of the tower am I?
I'd say you guys just entered the room, probably at least like 200 feet, but you could approach it no problem. You could get within like, as long as they don't turn around and look at you, you can probably get it within like 50 feet of the tower without being noticed.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stuff my ears with like a bit of wrapping from my shirt or something.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slowly, stealthily approach closer to the base of the tower with my primed pipe bomb.
All right. Do you get close enough to go in front of the Asapu?
I'm not going to walk directly in front of them. I kind of want to stay out of sight.
All right. You want to make a
So
stealth?
kind of like inch around.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to make like a stealth roll on this.
Is anybody else doing anything while he's approaching?
Can I still see them? If I can't, I need to move closer.
No, you would not be able to see them unless you like went down the hallway.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna pick up Waywatcher and take them to be able to like at least see where they are.
All right. Do you want to like hang back in the hallway where the bright light is? Try to like
Yeah.
keep an eye from there. Okay.
Does she seem to know where Zaya is in this massive group of people?
You can make like a perception spot eye check, some kind of check for that.
Let me see if I have things.
All right, I'm gonna copy you in Waywatcher. I'm gonna put you on this screen, but I'll put you separate from the others because you're like further back in the hallway.
Yeah, try and keep both of us hidden, basically.
Do you want to make a roll for that, Aaron?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, oh, oops.
How much do I have? There we go. Okay. Ooh, influence.
Okay.
Haha! I'll take another
Even
sneak.
better.
There you go. You get a memory of sneak. Do you have something in mind, or you want me to do it?
Let me see. I'm putting it before something else, so I'm actually getting back that influence I spent.
Okay.
So let's see. The one I'm putting it before was a -1 to grappling. So that was me basically trying not to get grappled off of a roof and not really succeeding very well. So So yeah, I guess that would be kind of sneaking in and grabbing the Klimt painting that I had was grabbing previously,
All right.
and making it, except for one little thing there at the very end. So it's basically a big lead up of like all this good sneaking stuff, and then like one of my teammates like coughs when they shouldn't, and it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, okay. We get more context to the previous memory. Like, oh, you didn't just get caught. You also did this really cool thing where you're actually successful.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I dig. All right. So, yeah, you're like hanging back in the hallway. You're like holding your hand up to kind of like partially shield the light from your eyes. You're like watching. Waywatcher is just sitting there being quiet and obeying. Dank has snuck forward successfully, making headway on getting up to the pillar. And Naela, what were you doing?
I was looking for Zaya.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. You spot her somewhere near the back of the group. Is that all you want to do? Anybody else want to do anything? Zack, Mori, or Cassidy?
Cassidy would just be hanging out in the back trying her best not to be noticed right now, because she's just watching Dank to see what he's doing.
All
Yeah,
right.
same here.
I am trying to get her attention so I can get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Cassidy, something about the tone this thing is emitting and like just looking at it to you is like particularly unsettling. Can't quite put your finger on why. Like it's just something about it is off.
Could I make a roll?
Sure.
Would maybe electronics help? So I doubt mechanics or engineering would.
Yeah, it would. Electronics would. I don't think mechanics or engineering would. Ooh.
Holy shit!
All right.
Nice.
Dang. All right. So you get a free memory, and if you didn't already have +3 in electronics, you get an extra +1.
I just had a +1.
All right. So it's now +2. Do you have any idea what you want the memory to be?
Not right offhand.
I got one for you.
Okay.
We see you standing in front of this pillar with a bunch of Asapu, but you're not you. Like, we see it from your perspective, and then, like, the camera angle changes, and you're a robot. Like, you're, like, similar to the robot you guys just fought earlier, kind of. But it's, like, a different model. Maybe it's got some different bits on different places. And we see, like, the Enki logo on it, and, like, like, on part of the chest piece, there's, like, a little barcode. Yeah, and the memory is, like, you're standing at the base of this thing, and it's emitting this tone, and then you start to emit a tone back to communicate with it to do a thing. And then right before you're like, what was the thing I was doing? The memory ends. Yeah, I'll say that's good. I don't want to give you too much info. All right. Skill in electronics goes up. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Everyone who is stealthing right now, you're successful. Let me just see how successful I am. Not very. It's very poor. Nothing happens. Waywatcher has done a pretty good job of shielding you guys. Nothing happens immediately. You have time to do another thing if you guys would like to do a thing.
I'm trying to get the Asapu people out of here because I know for a fact shit's about to go down, and I'm trying to prevent any of them from getting hurt.
Okay, so you just start, like, what do? You just run up and grab Zaya's hand? Try to spin her around?
I touch her hand gently, like I kind of slowly touch her hand and entwine our fingers together, and I slowly turn her to me and I try to have a conversation with her.
As soon as you make contact with her hand, she jumps, like you broke her out of a trance. And then she turns towards you. And of course, she's got the big old cricket head face thing, and the mandibles start clicking. Yeah, she seems surprised that you're here. She makes a bunch of noise.
Can I roll zoology to be able to speak to her?
You'd be able to communicate. I don't know if it'd be like language, right? Like, and I don't know that there's necessarily language. It's more like some noises are distress noises, other noises are happy noises, right?
So I guess Naela would be trying to imitate a distress noise.
Yeah, you
like, this is bad, you need to leave.
Yeah, you can do that. Make the roll.
It's a normal roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus any zoology skill or whatever you might have. Success. Okay. You successfully communicate that. Hey, this is dangerous. Get the F out of here.
Frantic, like, you need to go now type things.
She grabs your hand with one hand, and then she points at the person next to her, and then she points at someone else nearby, and then she points at someone else. She starts pointing at them. And then she makes some click noises at you that also sound like distress.
Sounds like you might have to start touching them to snap them out of it.
Yeah.
If Cassidy sees her doing this, she would. If she sees her start touching people, the Asapu, she would help.
All right.
I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to blow this thing up.
Do it.
I don't know, man. I only got one bomb. And it is the kind of machine that you could probably talk to.
Yeah, but if I've learned anything from Dead Space...
I'll also have to leave
Yeah,
soon.
but I only have two
Yeah,
to die.
Yeah.
What we
Like
can
now.
do, what we can do is like end the session right here on a bit of a cliffhanger. If you gotta go,
That might be, yeah.
it's kind of a good place to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's a
can
good-
do that.
it's a-
Just like you guys need to leave, and then me and Cassidy start like.
We can always get the Asapu out first, and then try to talk to it.
Or blow it up.
Yeah.
But the Asapu definitely need to not be in the room when I set this bomb off.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be
Yeah, no,
mean.
that's why I'm like, you're
Well,
our friends. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, the thing
This
is,
very violent man is about to destroy everything.
yeah.
Literally.
Well, you got
The
lucky
thing
again.
is if I try to talk to it, the Arku that are there are definitely going to notice me.
The Arku.
I'm pretty sure. Because you said there are Arku in there.
Thank you.
Enki.
Yeah, but then I can blow everything up with the bomb,
Yeah.
as opposed to just blowing this thing up.
Just to be clear, all the people in the room
Yeah,
are Asapu.
Yeah.
Okay. The drag marks did lead into the room, but we didn't like discuss where they went after they went into the room.
Yeah, y'all guys didn't look.
They would lead. I'll just tell you now instead of having you make another roll. I think you passed it earlier. The drag marks lead to a spot on the floor, and then they just stop. They just end. There's nothing there. But there's like scrape where like a robotic corpse was dragged along the ground. But it just drags to a spot and then it's just gone. And it just stops.
Yeah, there's nothing but Asapu here right now, but yeah.
That could change very shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like you're able to get close to this thing, Dank, and I think you would probably notice that once Naela makes contact with one of them, they notice her. That you could probably like walk right in front of these things. They wouldn't even see you. They're just in a trance right now.
Fair enough. So when we come back next week, we'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah, as we see you hold this bomb, and you're like looking at this tower, and
I'm like, I really don't want to use my bomb on an inanimate object that's not actively trying to kill me.
Yeah.
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 Again,
Whereas I could
dead
just take out
space.
my guitar and smash the hell out of this thing.
He could, yeah.
I'm just paranoid about any obelisks in like this sort of setting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, don't trust anything.
Yeah, you should be. This is like your D&D ziggurat kind of situation here. Like who knows? Like who knows like what kind of effects it could have if you were to destroy it.
Or leave it alive.
Yeah. Clearly.
I mean,
it's doing a weird thing.
Probably drew all the Asapu here.
Yeah.
So that's one thing it can do.
Yeah.
And that is one thing we don't want it to be doing.
No.
All right.
And it is giving your techno whiz a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Well, not Techno Whiz, the Leviathan Whiz.
Well, it's given. I said it was giving Cassidy a bad feeling.
Oh, I thought okay. For whatever
So
reason, I thought
it's-
you said Naela.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like to Naela,
It's giving both of us bad vibes.
Yeah, the tone is probably pretty uncomfortable, but for
Rate
Naela.
up Heretic, it needs to be destroyed.
Actually, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this for Naela, it's actually not unsettling. It's actually kind of calming.
Too calming.
A
Uh-oh.
little too calming. I tell you what, Naela,
God damn it.
make a roll. Do you have anything for like
Resisting mental effects.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
What kind of mental effects are we talking? Because I have response to unknown, response to helplessness.
I'll allow
Maybe helplessness?
Unknown.
Yeah, maybe unknown.
Well,
I
I would
mean,
say helplessness.
Because it's just rendering you with like outrageously passive vibes.
yeah, I would say I kind of think it's helplessness too. I'm thinking.
either way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can use one of those for sure. Do you have anything else that might help here? Think like wisdom save situation if you're playing D&D. Like you could also create a memory here.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know if I'm not enough to
I was gonna
create
say,
a
heck, you could
memory.
you might be able to use your survival. Like, okay, wait, why am I feeling suddenly docile?
Yeah, because she's usually feral.
Yeah.
Alright, well, shit, that's already a +3. We're good.
That's what I was thinking. Was like,
Yeah.
I think you've kind of already got it.
All right, yeah, you're able to control yourself just fine.
So even Naela's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
feel like this is too soothing.
yes.
This isn't normal soothing. This is advanced soothing.
Well, everyone take a memory point and an influence point for
Yay!
getting through the session today. That'll give you extra ammo for whatever happens next week.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I've already capped at memory points.
I like how I spent an influence point this time to reroll something, got a rule of threes, made a memory, and got that influence point back. So I'm net positive on everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
right
so I need to create a memory.
do so.
Because, okay. Alright, I've got a
And then,
3-point
I was gonna
cost
say, Naela,
one
you
that
could
I
probably
was
head off
going
if you
to
need
make,
to sleep.
Yeah.
but it doesn't have anything to do with this situation.
Yeah, Caitlin, if you gotta take off, it's fine. You can go ahead and go. We're just gonna wrap up and
Alrighty, I'll see y'all next week.
have,
Yeah.
have a great week.
Goodbye.
I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy your
Hey,
job and your
I'm
day
gonna
at work.
burn some points to make that potential memory I had on there no longer potential.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Just like a combat reflexes memory.
Because she turned off her video, Zach's like halfway in hers.
Yeah,
his
it's
torso.
fine.
Yeah, that happens.
It's fine. We're wrapping up. It's all good. All right. Well,
Just see a torso in one.
we'll find
I was
out.
gonna say it got cut off.
We'll find out what happens next time on D&D.
And Dank is very short now.
So, thank you guys for watching. We got quite a few people in the chat tonight. I see all you guys. Thank you for being here. Great to see you, Unrooted, Gerblin, Maury, I see you in the chat. Dank, I see you in the chat. Good to see all you folks here. If you're watching on YouTube, there's links to what I'm about to go over in the description down below. If you're watching on stream, I just like to give shout outs that need shout outs at the end of the sessions and things like that. So that's what we're going to do now. So, first thing is, you can check out Zack here, who plays Zack on his own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TeamZack. Check him out.
I might be streaming Mortuary Assistant
Right on.
soon.
Oh God.
I've heard that's really good.
I just bought it like 10 minutes ago because I just said fuck it.
It's one of those simulator games, right?
It is
Kind of.
horror.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No, yeah, I think you're thinking of something else. This one is newish and horrifying.
I guess it's simulation.
Okay.
What do you do in this one?
Embalm
Mortuary
dead
stuff.
bodies.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like a horror element to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is it like that
Excited.
movie? What was that movie where they with the Jane Doe?
I think that was the name of the movie.
Oh, the last
Mysteries
the
of
last
Jane Doe or
shift?
whatever.
You talking about the last shift?
No, it was like I don't know. I think it was Mystery. Yeah, I think it was Mysteries of Jane Doe or something like that.
Oh,
Or it
okay.
was like she was like a cursed body or something like that, and like the more they
Oh yeah.
went through the autopsy, the more shit happened.
Yeah. It was a freaky movie.
It
Yeah.
was great. I loved it.
It was a good movie. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like it was good up until that last little bit. I think the ending just kind of felt like forced.
Yeah, I could see that.
I felt like at the end they just wanted to shove like a story at the end, and instead of being like horror movie curse.
Yeah.
Like that's what I miss about the old movies is that instead of just being like, here's a horror movie with a curse with no real rhyme or reason. Well, here's the reason behind it, and it's just like, why
Yeah.
do we have to have a reason?
I feel like when you explain stuff sometimes, like you ruin a lot of stuff that makes things scary is the mystery of the unknown.
Yeah. That's what I love about like the original like Japanese ones is like, and like don't get me wrong, some American horrors are great, but it's like that's what I loved about like the Japanese is like, and a lot of the Asian ones is like you're not safe anywhere.
Yeah, like The Grudge, for example, like the original.
Yeah, or
Grudge.
The Ring.
Yeah, The Ring. That's not. Yeah.
Or oh, what was the one with the cell phones and shit?
I know what you're talking about.
But you know which ones I'm talking. I never like actually watched them, but I was always on my bucket list, but I never actually got around to watching them. But it was the ones with the cell phones.
There's
Yeah.
like 3 different ones with the cell phones.
But you
Is
know which
there?
ones I'm talking about.
There's like the whole cursed text message one, the cursed call one, and then there's I can't remember what the third one was.
An app.
I-
There's one where like there's an app.
Yeah, the app.
It was
the app.
It was the calls because the calls were the original ones because it was like payphones and stuff originally.
Right.
Okay.
But it was like it doesn't matter where you go because the curses can still follow you. While like here in America, it's like they're stuck to the house. So if you leave the house, you're fine.
Yeah.
So leave the house.
Just get
Why
out
do
of
you
the
stay in the
house,
house?
because I bought it for $14,000.
I was about to
And if I
say,
were
do
to
you
be
know
able
the
to
price
fix it
of a
up and
house in this
resell it.
economy?
In this economy, I'll make the ghost pay rent.
Yeah.
There
You
you
get what
go.
I'm saying, right? It's like, why don't you leave the house, get the house like blessed or whatever you need to get rid of the ghost, and then
That
come
just
back.
makes it worse.
But you get what I'm saying, right? It's like, why not do something to get rid of the ghost and then come back?
Yeah. Well, for more
Anyways.
haunted houses, check out Zack on Twitch TV.
Yeah.
I play a lot of
TeamZack.
spooky games. I got a lot coming.
You can also, if you like the artwork for Cassidy Williams here, you can check out the artist at tiktok.com/iotakuhime. I'll post that in the Twitch chat for you there. What else we got here? We got our GoFundMe for our Paladin of the Beverage, Dank here. You can send him NOS. His fuel. If you want to send him some love, go to that link there.
Little
And
higher, Dank.
Ready?
There you go.
No, that looks fine.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The
And-
beverage. Praise it.
And of course, we're playing the Nibiru TTRPG. It's made by Arcana Media. You can check out their website at arcana.com. And they're on Twitter at Arcana1, the number 1. They're cool people. They did a giveaway with us, and that was cool. So send them some love. And I just got a new update on the Xanadu campaign. So check that out. They got
Cool.
more
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
coming out. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, Ramblin TV. We're also on like Twitter and Minds and even TikTok and Instagram. Say hi. We are around. That's all I got, I think. Did I miss
Woo.
anything? Do you guys got anything?
No?
All right. Well, pleasure playing with you guys as always. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, and everybody have a great week. Good night, folks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.